Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both scorching and essential: Europe's changing summers. You might be thinking, big deal, it's hot. But this isn't just about a few degrees above normal. It's about how heat waves and wildfires are reshaping life across the continent, and it's time we paid attention. So, let's get started. First things first, Europe's summers are getting hotter, and not just a little. We're talking about temperatures that were once considered extreme, like 40 degrees Celsius in Prague, becoming the new normal. This isn't just a few degrees above average. It's a shift that's affecting everything from ecosystems to economies. And it's not just about discomfort, it's about survival. One of the most striking changes is the increase in wildfires. Extreme heat dries out vegetation, turning forests and scrubland into kindling. When strong winds and prolonged droughts combine, fires spread rapidly and become nearly impossible to control. Countries across the Mediterranean, from Spain to Greece, are seeing fire seasons start earlier and last longer, affecting regions that were once at much lower risk. The European Union recorded over 1 million hectares of land burned last year, nearly double the historical average. And some fires are so intense they create their own weather systems, making them even more dangerous. But the impact goes beyond the immediate destruction. Wildfires damage biodiversity, release dangerous amounts of carbon dioxide, and leave landscapes vulnerable to erosion and flooding when heavy rain finally arrives. And let's not forget the strain on water resources. Heat waves increase evaporation from rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, while reducing soil moisture. Rivers like the Rhine, Po, and Danube have experienced unusually low water levels, disrupting shipping, reducing hydroelectric power generation, and threatening industrial operations that rely on river water for cooling. Agriculture is also taking a hit. Southern and Central European farmers are dealing with reduced crop yields, livestock heat stress, and increased demand for irrigation at the same time water is becoming scarce. A study by the European Investment Bank and the European Commission projects that climate change could increase annual agricultural losses by up to 66% by 2050, threatening the future of food production. And let's not forget the health hazards. Heat is one of Europe's deadliest natural hazards, with older people, children, and those with existing medical conditions most at risk. Hospitals see increased admissions linked to dehydration, heat stroke, and cardiovascular illness during heat waves. Now, let's talk about the economic costs. The European Environment Agency estimates that extreme weather has already cost Europe over €738 billion from 1980 to 2023. With at least €162 billion in the most recent 3-year period. Wildfires destroy homes, tourism infrastructure, and businesses. Drought reduces agricultural production, while low river levels disrupt trade and manufacturing. Outdoor workers in construction and agriculture face reduced productivity as extreme heat makes working safely more difficult. And insurance losses from weather disasters have risen sharply over recent decades, with 3/4 of Europe's natural disaster losses being uninsured. But here's the thing, this isn't just a European problem. Climate projections consistently indicate that Europe will continue to warm faster than the global average. Southern Europe is expected to experience hotter and drier summers, increasing the likelihood of severe drought and wildfires. Even Northern Europe, traditionally associated with milder summers, is expected to experience more intense heat waves. And the challenge isn't just about adapting to these changes, it's about preparing populations for climates in which intense anomalies become the new normal. So, what can we do? Well, communities are already adapting. Cities are planting more trees to provide shade, redesigning streets to reduce heat, expanding early warning systems, and developing cooling centers for vulnerable residents. Water conservation, improved forest management, and more resilient infrastructure are becoming important parts of long-term planning. Agriculture is changing as farmers experiment with drought-resistant crops, different planting schedules, and more efficient irrigation systems. But scientists stress that adaptation alone won't be enough. Without significant reductions in greenhouse gas emissions, the conditions that create extreme weather are expected to become more common in the years ahead. In my opinion, the challenge lies in responding to today's extremes and preparing populations for climates in which intense anomalies become the new normal. It's not just about surviving the heat, it's about thriving in a world where the weather is more unpredictable than ever. So, what do you think? How are you preparing for a future where summers are hotter and more unpredictable? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content. Thanks for watching, and stay cool out there.